Welcome to Manifest Recordings, the official platform for the behind the scenes of every song from every Manifest artist. Hope you enjoy.
All right, bro.
You ready to talk about the song?
Oh, Jake, I'm so ready. Let's do it, bro.
All right. Still in Debt.
Yeah.
Obviously, this song is very open and honest.
Yeah.
And I respect the hell out of you for that because I think that's cool and important when you make rap music, especially.
Thank you. Thank you. Funny you should say that. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think like a lot of times I don't know, that's something that, well, like this song specifically, right?
Mhm.
So I'm in debt, right? Like I said that in the song.
Yep.
And so it's not something that like I like avoid talking about, that like I consciously am like avoid talking about in my music.
Yeah.
But it's something that like doesn't come up in my music because like why would it?
Right.
It's also not very beneficial of me to do that, especially in rap music, because I think like a lot of focus in rap music is more on like the like money and like status, prestige type of thing, you know? And I love those things too. Like I like that music too.
Right.
You know? And even though I can't like make that, I make like my versions of it, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I also think it's important to be transparent. Like yo, like I've been making songs and like I'll say something. But yeah, giving people like the true, like deep down, like, hey, behind the scenes though, like this is also happening.
Right.
You know? Yeah.
Which I
give
feel
both
like
sides.
I feel like a lot of rappers don't do that. When even if they are very rich and famous and successful and whatever,
Yeah.
they still have like bad days and stuff that goes wrong, but isn't really talked about a lot. And I was thinking about this as I was listening to this song, especially people that are around the same size in their career that you are. I feel like that is very uncommon.
Yeah.
Just from personal experience, the other artists that I follow and see stuff from that are around your size, they're not making a song like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's not glamorous. It's not fun to talk about.
Right.
You can't play it at a party.
Right.
you know?
Right. Yeah. I totally hear that. And yeah, like it's interesting because I think it's another thing that has changed with like the current times that we're in and how social media is changing.
Yeah.
Social media, specifically like TikTok made everything a lot more candid. It made things like a lot more direct.
Yeah.
Instagram always felt, and everybody knew, it was like this is a highlight reel.
Right.
You know
absolutely.
what I'm saying? And TikTok is like, it has less of that feeling.
It's much more spur of the moment, I feel like,
Right.
especially than Instagram.
Right. You know,
you're
it's a
not
lot less like
curating.
set up stuff.
Right.
It's just like
Obviously,
I grab my
there
phone
are
and
people
here's
that
this.
are doing that, but yeah, I think a lot, especially as you're just scrolling on like the For You page. Like, I get so many videos of just somebody that just grabbed their phone real quick, recorded something, said a funny noise, and then hit upload.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that's great.
Exactly.
I think it's great.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think people are connecting with like that rawness and that like that realness. And one thing that I forgot where I heard it. But yeah, like underground artists, like let the audience grow with you.
Right.
You know, like cause like y'all gotta know that the person doesn't have it all figured out. You know,
otherwise,
like, you have to know that.
there wouldn't be this.
Right.
It would be, you would see it.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so,
and that's okay.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
That's so human. Nobody has it put together.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. And yeah, so I think I made this song to not only let like other people into my life and everything and let them know like, hey, this is what's happening behind the scenes. I also feel like making a song like this like lights a fire under my ass. It's like, all right, like people know now.
Right.
You know?
That's true.
And it's like, so like what are you waiting for, bro?
Yeah, what are we doing about it?
You know?
Yeah, I get that.
And yeah, having to just like acknowledge it head on, you know, like having this conversation.
Yeah.
Like
true.
Like shit, you know?
Very true.
But yeah, be honest and revealing in your art.
Yeah.
I think. Like
that's the best art, I feel like.
Yeah.
It has to be honest and show a side that, like we were just talking about, we are a Sony hate podcast, apparently.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say, we were talking about Venom.
Yeah.
And we watched it, and I came out the other end feeling no different.
Yeah.
Other than I wasted my time and I'm very tired. and I'd like to go to bed.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
Like, and obviously not every movie has to be such grand thought, especially superhero movies, such grand thought-provoking pieces. But when you think about the best ones and your favorite art and your favorite forms of media, they've got that. There's more to it than just surface level get from A to B and call it a day.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It really makes you feel something. It takes you on a ride.
Exactly.
You know? Yeah. And I think this is just this is a spot in my journey that I want people to know about.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we're here. That's why we're here.
Hell yeah. I like that a lot. All right, so we can talk about some lines here. It's not line time. Don't want to get you confused. We're just gonna talk about lines.
Okay.
Still got faith, people ask how I ain't lose a feeling yet. I don't know.
So we've talked about this, I feel like, over the past couple months here and there, but just explain where your head's at with that specifically.
Bro, I don't know where it comes from, man.
Yeah.
But I love making music.
Right.
And really want to make it work. And it's not something that I had anticipated like when I was growing up. I wasn't like, oh, I want to be a musician, and like it was something that just kind of happened. And I ran with it, and I really enjoy it, and like it feels like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. You know? And yeah, but it also comes with like the drawbacks and the negatives and stuff like that. But it's worth it to me.
Yeah.
It's worth it to me. You know, the alternatives don't sound appealing at all.
Yeah.
You know? And so I would rather be clearly I'd rather be in this position than the other positions.
Right.
You know? Even though the other positions have their benefits as well. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I could have a totally different trajectory right now, you know? Like, had I gone to school for engineering, like how I thought I would when I was like in 8th grade or whatever.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know, I think I was probably still thinking that like freshman year.
Yeah.
Had I gone to do that, like I'd be living a completely different life, you know? But I wouldn't have the experiences I've had.
Yep.
Wouldn't have like what I think is like a super cool bodies of work that compiles into like I have my life story from, you know, what, 2017 I think to 2024.
Yeah.
Like I'll be able to go back and reference that. And I think that's cool. I think that's cool. But yeah, man, I just love music. And that's why I haven't stopped doing it because I love making music.
Hell yeah.
You know? And I think like regardless of the like career aspect of it or like the popularity aspect, like that type of stuff, like I love making music and I love making a song that I think is hard, you know?
Facts.
Like I think I'll always love that.
Hell yeah.
You know, regardless. So yeah.
Real.
Just love the game, eh?
Yeah, exactly. I feel like that's a good thing. That's kind of the answer you want to hear, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right. Got another one here.
Ain't start with talent, I'm on your spin. Work for them both and they had an expense. Shit was a circus, it's stress intense.
So we talked a lot about, I feel like that message specifically on Home Improvement.
Yeah.
And a lot of those songs and episodes that we've done. But I mean, just kind of what is your perspective on that now, looking back?
Yeah. So Home Improvement is about like a moment in time where I had a lot of things going on between you know, work, school, personal relationships, and music. And so that really stressed me out. And I was trying to do like too much at once, right? And then there's other times where I feel like even putting time into one of them isn't really paying off. But yeah, I keep going, you know?
Yeah.
Because like again, it's one of those things where like if you don't quit, then you can't lose. Like it, you know, it will happen someday. Yeah, staying consistent and iterating and improving, and yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to do.
That's what it comes down to.
Yeah. But this song being about that is like at a basic level it's like regardless of how I feel about it or how like anybody feels about it, you have to like take the world for what it is. We live in a world where you need money to survive.
Yep.
And so it's like regardless of whether or not like I want money or I want to chase money or like I make that a priority for me, it's like I still like I need the thing.
Yeah.
I need the thing.
Right.
You know? And so yeah, and I think I've worked for it in ways that were not smart. And I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I did that. I've been thinking about that a lot recently, and I feel like I've worked hard at a lot of like different points in my life, but I have not worked very smart, which feels so insane to me because like I feel like I'm a pretty smart person, and it's like why did I not think deeper about it, right? And really try to set things up for the future.
Yeah.
I think I got in a bad habit of doing things with like a short-term mindset. Or a like everything is going to work out in the end. But it's like everything will work out in the end if you do the work to make it work out in the end.
True.
Gotta lock in.
Yeah.
Gotta lock in.
That's what it comes down to.
So you see that whole 5-minute thing. It just comes down to one thing. You gotta lock in.
Yeah. Sometimes you really just got to.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah, that's what I'll say.
Yeah. All right. So these next couple of lines hit me pretty hard when I was listening to this.
I feel like I'm lost, comparing to friends, Josh and his wifey in the south. Ted became a teacher, really changed his whole route. Jake locked in, I just let them move out. Meanwhile, right inside some mom's couch. Damn.
Just talk about that however you want.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously, like, I love my friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm so happy for them. Like, so happy for you. And anytime that you guys have these, you know, big steps, you know, in your life, like, that, it's super sick. And I feel as though I've been slower to get to that. Not that it's a race.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, because it's not. But yeah, that's just my feelings on it and how it's made me feel. And though I'm not like, I don't know, I'm definitely comparing, obviously.
Right.
But it's not even that like I want to be there in those positions.
And you say that on the song too.
Yeah. But I know that I could do better.
Yeah.
I know that I could do better.
Yeah.
I also know that like everybody chooses their path.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everybody goes about things their own way.
Absolutely.
And so, yeah, I'm not too pressed about it.
Mm-hmm.
But it do be sad sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, like shit. You know, your friend gets engaged and it's like, wow, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking sick. And then I'm like, damn, when's that gonna happen for me?
Yeah.
And then like I do the math and I'm like, that's real far away.
Yeah.
That's real far away, you know? But yeah, in due time.
Exactly.
In due time.
Exactly.
Yeah, everybody chooses to work on like the thing that they work on and progress in whatever lanes that they want to.
Right.
And I feel like there's a lot of lanes that like I just haven't made it a priority.
Yeah.
And it's my fault. It's my fault. So yeah.
But you recognize that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And move on forward.
Yep. And trying to change it where I see fit.
Yeah.
Where I see fit. And it's also like it's not necessarily about like the specific things. It's about a clear momentum.
Mm-hmm.
A clear path.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's been tough for me when I feel as though I don't have that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I don't know what my path is.
Yeah.
You know, because I want it to be like I want to go from here to here, but like I could go from here to here. Like I also see that path happening.
Right.
And it really, I mean, it bare bones like comes down to your actions and everything.
Yeah.
And then I think like specifically when you're doing your own, when you are any sort of like entrepreneur and like creating like your career for yourself,
Mm-hmm.
it comes down to all of those minute details too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like for a lot of people, like the decision you make at your job, like what career you want to go into, big decision, right?
Yep.
And then there's like, then you have some sort of like a roadmap, right? But and then I think when you're an entrepreneur, it's like each one of those, like each day is like, can be a fork in the road.
Right. Yeah.
You know, because you could take your business a totally different direction that changes your entire trajectory.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
The certain people you network with and who's in what place at the right time. Yeah. There's so many more variables that just aren't calculatable.
Yeah. It's completely unpredictable.
Mm-hmm.
It's completely unpredictable.
Right.
And that, I think like that part is hard.
Yeah.
That part is hard.
100%.
It's because I mean, damn, I forgot where I recently heard it, and I forgot, but it was like, what if it doesn't work out versus like, what if it works out better than you ever could have imagined? Shit, I don't know. I don't know which one's about to happen.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't.
It's the game you got to play.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just trying to play it to the best of my abilities.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Hell yeah. So just talking about comparing.
Yeah.
How do you deal with, like, do you have like comparisons to other artists or rappers that you deal with?
I think like on a more micro level.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's like a huge driving factor for the ways that I move. When it comes to that, I think if anything, the more personal like progression in life thing, that comparison tends to like have more influence on me than the like comparing when it comes to like the artistry and stuff. Because I think I don't know why I think it's so different. But because in artistry, like everybody has their own path in life, obviously.
Yeah.
So I don't know why I think of it so different. But yeah, somebody could have a Tommy Richmond career, right? And somebody could have a like a 2 Chainz career. Like I forgot what age, but it took him a very long time to blow up.
Yeah.
You know, like that's how it works for some people.
It's just different. Yeah.
Yeah. It's the unpredictability.
Yeah.
It's so unpredictable.
Oh yeah.
And it's like I tried to predict it when I was 16. You know, didn't go how I predicted.
Yeah.
You know, and so that sucks. And then it's
much like anything that anyone would have tried to predict when they were 16.
Yes. And then so from there, like I don't know. I wonder if the predictions I'm making right now are accurate.
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
Like I think I know where I'm going. My dad just asked me like where I want to be in a year, and I gave him my answer, and like I completely think that that's within the realm of possibility.
Yeah.
You know. Well, it absolutely is in the realm of possibility. It's just a question of whether or not I make it happen.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. I don't think I've been clear enough with my goal setting when it comes to life stuff. I feel like a lot of my goal setting I think up until like the last year, a lot of my goal setting was more like vanity.
Yeah.
It was more vanity stuff. And that's pretty dumb, you know, to aim for the vanity things.
Yeah.
Should aim for like actually good foundations of stuff and actually building things and taking actions and things like that.
Yeah.
Rather than like hit number.
True.
And if you don't hit number, you're bad.
Yeah.
You
very
know?
true. It's not that black and white.
Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah, I do be comparing them. I do be comparing.
Yeah. I think it's natural.
Yeah. Yeah, shit, I don't want to.
Right.
Shit, I don't want to. But yeah, part of it, I guess.
Yeah. Just kind of happens.
Yeah. Working on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Got to.
Exactly. All right. Another line here. So, I mean, we've kind of talked about it a little bit, but yeah, just like the fact that there are people out there that want to do certain things, that want to do what they love, but they just can't because they need to make money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just think that sentiment just unfortunate.
Yeah.
Just sucks.
Yeah. I mean, it is unfortunate. And then it also comes down to like, once again, like yes, this is where we're at. And so just got to find a way to make it work for you.
Right.
You know? Yeah, like watching artists like posting about like hating their jobs and like going through the motions and stuff, like it sucks.
Yeah.
And then because I also being an artist, you also understand like all of the work that goes into the things, because a lot of people don't know that type of stuff just because they don't know. Like, I mean, I don't know, like I was trying to think of something I don't know. Obviously, there's like trillions of things I don't know. But I'm trying to think of like some career path or something. I don't know, like athletes. Like I don't know what really goes into being like a professional athlete.
Yeah.
You know, I got no idea. But when it comes to like artists and stuff, like I do know, and so I know how much effort it's taking to leave that job and then go into artist mode and get all of that artist stuff out as well.
Right.
And then specifically if you're in a job where you aren't getting paid, that much money, or you're skating by or like just barely making ends meet, and you're not able to invest that capital into your your passion on the side, that means that there's a lot of things that you have to spend a lot more time doing because you can't pay somebody to do it.
Right.
And so, yeah, like that should be stressful. That should be stressful. And then the saddest part about it is when that stress claims the passion from the people,
right?
Like that. It's sad. It's sad. Like somebody that is like just so talented at something, just isn't able to make it work in their current circumstances. And that's sad.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Have to move on.
Yeah.
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 It's tough.
Yeah. And, one thing I'll say with me is like, I think like from a kid, I had a good feeling that whatever I was going to do is going to be entrepreneurial in some sense.
Yeah.
That felt right to me. And then even like as I grew up and I looked back a little bit more, I saw more of that like in my blood than even like I had realized. I never I don't think I think deep down I truly want to do something entrepreneurial always.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do. But maybe it's not most wisely spent on music right now.
Yeah.
Maybe it's on something else. And so I've been trying to focus more on my business. Well, I have been focusing more on my business.
Yeah.
And I will be focusing more on my business for the foreseeable future. Because I also think, man, I had a deep conversation with my brother, and I was thinking, it was like, all right, if I don't achieve all of my dreams as an artist, like, am I going to deem my life a failure?
Right.
That's scary to think about.
Yeah. Tough question.
Tough question. As much as I, want to believe and will work towards something, like you never truly know. You don't know when it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Or what if I put in all of the time and then I quit right before it is about to happen?
True.
Then it was really a waste.
Yeah.
Obviously there's things that you learn along the way and everything and stuff like that. I've built a plethora of skills doing this.
Right.
So like I'll definitely always have that.
Yeah.
But that was a question I really started wondering, and I was like, all right, I'd like to work on crafting my life in a way where even if music doesn't work out, I'm proud of where I am.
Hell yeah.
And where I'm going.
Absolutely.
And so that's what I'm working on trying to do. I think for the longest time, I've like just put all of my eggs in that basket, and it's like, it's this or I didn't do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'm finding my path to achieving that.
Hell yeah.
And so that's reassuring.
Hell yeah.
And with that, getting out of debt.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Going up.
Yeah, going up for real.
All right, man. To wrap it up, I got line time.
Oh man, it is line time.
This is line time, and in parentheses, perseverance. I've got some perseverance lines here.
Oh, let's do it.
Back when I rode on my goals for big shit. If I fold, it was just a wish list.
So that is basically exactly what you were just talking about. You know, putting those goals down and just kind of deciding how much longer are we going to keep going to hit those.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if you give up and don't hit it all, it was a wish list. It was things that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Should it have happened? Would it have happened? All that stuff goes into it. But I think that's the question everybody has to ask themselves. You know, that's a big question.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
And then the other one I got,
Thank God the flame burned deep, those burning me alive and the pain
I like that. That's just a good visual to kind of put to this specific situation. That's like, this is something I'm so passionate about that it feels like this fire.
Yeah.
But that shit can burn.
Yeah.
And there's you got to handle it the right way in order for it to be successful.
Yeah. And that's, I think that encompasses like a lot of what the song is about.
Right.
And how it's, how that like sentiment has manifested itself in my life.
For sure.
Hell yeah. That's what
all
you got?
Yep.
All right, let's go. I also had that.
Yep. It's a good one.
And I actually want to add the end part because I think that there has been times where like I try to play the blame game or I pull a victim card, and it's like genuinely and sincerely like the things that have happened in my life like are my responsibility.
Yeah.
Regardless of like where I want to throw the blame, the only thing that I can change is like what I do about it.
Yep.
And so it's just like trying to always keep that mindset.
Yeah, absolutely.
The other one that I had, man, there's so many times where I've had a like honeymoon period where I'm doing something for the first time, or just like really diving in on something and really enjoying it. And then that kind of dies out, that fizzles out. Yeah. And then I just like leave the thing. And I don't like that. I don't like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, even I'm not saying like some of these situations are awful. Like the things that I'm doing are awful. Or like I hate the work that I'm doing, like stuff like that. But I do feel that it does not feel as it once did, you know, when I just started and I felt fresh and like invigorated and like excited about it. Yeah. You know? But the thing is like the thing about that is like regardless, the work has to get done.
True.
You know?
Right.
So yeah. That's where I'm at.
Hell yeah, man.
Let's go.
Well, I think this was a very introspective, honest song and episode. I think it was good.
Hell yeah. I'm glad to provide that, man.
Hell yeah. I think we talked about some good stuff.
Yes, thank you for doing this with me.
Yeah,
as always, you're the fucking guy. You're the fucking guy. Oh, damn. Well, with that, where I think we're taking a break from the podcast for a bit. Honestly, because I feel like what? Demand isn't there. Yeah. Demand isn't there. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening.
Yeah.
But yeah, when it comes to like cost benefit analysis, like if I you know drew it out for you on paper, you'd be like, yeah, that doesn't actually make much sense. Yeah. So yes, we will be halting the podcast. I don't know when it will resume, but I do want it to resume. Yeah. And I'm fairly certain that it will resume at some point next year. Hopefully around like volume 2. Yeah. That would be a good picking
ideal. Up point.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So that's what I'm looking for. But thank you for listening to these pods. I'm still gonna be dropping music.
Hell yeah.
On the 8th of every month.
Hell yeah, you heard it.
So yeah. Anything you want to say to the people?
Love. And I know you're gonna miss me. I'll be back. I'm not dropping music, but I'm around. If you want to hear it, I'll do a stand-up routine on Patreon.
Damn. How about you want to do a feature verse?
Yep. Feature verse coming soon.
Thank you for listening to this episode. Absolutely not cutting that out. Nah, maybe. Yo, crazy question.
Yep.
If you could feature on any one of my songs, what song would you want to feature on?
That's already out?
Yeah. Oh.
Like, yeah, I suppose that makes sense. I don't know why I wouldn't pick anything that's unreleased.
Yeah. I was like, oh, does he have
No,
a...
that's the answer. No,
Okay.
that's obviously what you're asking. Damn. I feel like it would have to be one of the fucking hype songs. Like, it'd have to be like Accelerate, How We Ball. I know those are always the ones.
Why?
Those are always the ones. I think I could kill those.
Y'all making me feel like I peaked at Accelerate and How We Ball. I was like, guys,
No,
cut
no,
it
no, no,
out,
no. You got
bro.
more, you got
Stop
more.
the games.
I think Smoke With Me.
Oh,
I
hell
think I
yeah.
could have had a solid ass verse on there.
Hell yeah, a little back and forth.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What's another good one? I don't think I could have done Zeros.
Mm.
I don't think I could have done Zeros, even though I love that song. That's my favorite song of yours, by the way.
Oh, okay,
It's
thank you.
absolutely taken the top spot.
Hell yeah.
That shit is in the rotation pretty heavily still.
Hell yeah.
I love that song.
Hell yeah. I had a feeling you'd like that one.
Yeah.
Let's go.
That one's huge. But yeah, I would have to pick one of the hype songs. I don't know.
Yeah.
I could get an introspective bag if I wanted to at some point, but oh damn, I gotta show you this tweet after we're done. Debating hip hop's getting cooked.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Not anything crazy, but just
Damn.
silly.
Sorry, Craig.
Yeah, sorry, Craig.
Happens.
It does.
Craig has done right by me.
Exactly.
Craig.
Exactly. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, shit. All right. Good talk, man. I was just curious.
Hey, deuces.
Hands are clammy. Sorry about that.
Mine too. Don't worry about it.
Oh, let's go.
Yep. Clams.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Manifest Recordings. Make sure to follow us on social media at manifest_rec for updates on everything Manifest, and I will see you guys in the next one.